The Yellow Floret's Dream by Dr. Sandhya Seshadri. There once was a lantana plant that had several bright yellow and orange umbels, and each umbel had pretty little florets. Each umbel looked like a bouquet of flowers, as the florets were clustered together within an umbel. One day, a floret within an umbel spotted a flower nearby and wanted to reach closer to see that flower. "I wonder what that is," she remarked. A floret in a neighboring umbel replied, "That's the mighty petunia." "But where are her sisters and brothers and family?" asked the floret. "I suppose she doesn't have any. Or maybe they're on their own branches," said the other floret. That intrigued the floret, and she couldn't help wanting to go and meet the petunia. With each passing day, the floret dreamed of leaving the umbel and meeting the petunia. "If only I could break out of this umbel and go see the petunia and see the world," she wistfully said. "Are you sure you want that?" asked the florets in her umbel. "Oh yes, I so wish to leave our umbel and go out into the world," she replied. Other umbel florets were horrified, and soon there was a cacophony of complaints and criticism. "She can't leave. She will die. Leave the umbel? Never heard of something like that. How can she be so selfish? Whoever leaves their umbel, she's spoiled rotten. Don't let her go. You will ruin all of us." Poor little floret. She was devastated by all the criticism and anger from the neighboring umbels and started crying. But all the florets in her umbel hushed her, and together they told her, "There are many risks and we have never done this before. But that's no reason to not let you go if that is what you wish. Go and see the world." The floret was so grateful she could hardly contain her excitement. She got ready for her separation from the umbel. Though the other florets were sad to see her go, they loved her and wanted her to realize her dreams. The next day, she drifted down to a leaf and was amazed at how light she was. Soon the breeze lifted her, and she was delighted to find herself on the petunia. And from the petunia's red petal, she saw that there were many, many other flowers. The day went by so quickly as she found herself periodically lifted and floating in the air. Thus, she met a daisy, a peony, and some lovely dewdrops. The world was big and beautiful. As she flew high up again, she saw some thread-like lines. She was fascinated by how they glistened in the sun, and the breeze took her closer, a little too close, for it was a spider's web. At first it was hardly visible, but at certain angles you could see the web clearly. She was blown right into the middle of the web. The poor floret couldn't move and was terrified. She was just beginning to give up hope and thought her life had ended when a strong gust of wind blew her out and back on a leaf on the lantana plant again. She was tired and knew her end was near. But she was close to her umbel. She could hear her umbel florets crying aloud in excitement. "She's back! Our little floret has returned after seeing the world. Tell us what you saw." She could barely speak, but the little floret said, "It was beautiful. I met the petunia, and then I met a peony and a daisy, some cool fresh dewdrops, and lastly a spider. His web was big. And as the other florets in her umbel listened to her in sadness and watched her wither, she whispered, Thank you for believing in my dreams." Thus, on that day, one little floret on one little lantana plant saw the world thanks to the florets in her umbel who believed in her dreams. A good teacher is important, but sisters and brothers are the main ingredient for success. Your Sangha, family, friends, is the soil, and you are the seed. No matter how vigorous the seed is, if the soil does not provide nourishment, your seed will die. Thich Nhat Hanh.